Hello everybody, John Gregory here from Theme Park Tribune, bringing you another off-site Walt Disney World area hotel room tour and review. This is the Courtyard Lake Buena Vista at the Marriott Village, located about 5 minutes away from Disney Springs. I stayed here for 2 nights in November 2022, paid $91 per night after taxes and the resort fee through hotels.com, and I'm going to give you a little tour around the room and give you some thoughts on the hotel in general and of course the room. This is a king-size room here at the Courtyard. A little bit of a strange layout, which is going to be the biggest theme of this room tour and review. But let's go back to the door and take a little look around. All right, door leads out to the main room there. Let's go over to the bathroom first. You've got your basic closet. You've got your vanity, which really is not well lit. If you're gonna be doing a lot of makeup, I don't think this is enough light. Instead of it being lit around, it's only lit from above and not that brightly. So for people who are, bigger into doing their makeup in the morning, i.e. not me, I don't think this is gonna be sufficient. So just keep that in mind, and you only get the one sink outside of the bathroom, so someone could be using the toilet while someone else gets ready out here, but no double vanity, not great for a family. The bathroom area is fairly spacious. You've got the commode in here. You've got a fairly basic shower. The water pressure was good. It didn't get very hot very quickly. This looks a little older, a little out of date. They could probably do with an upgrade here. It does have the body wash, shampoo, and conditioner in dispensers, something I kind of like because this tends to be higher quality stuff, or at least more readily available than the little bottles if the hotel still does that. You can't take it with you, but frankly, who the heck cares? And that's really it for the bathroom, pretty basic. Now out into the main room where we get into some quirks. Like, what the heck is this room layout? This really looks like, this king room looks like if you replaced this weirdly shaped couch, which does fold out, into something more regular, kind of squarish, it could go flush against that wall and you could still fit the king bed over here, rather than turning it this way. It's just very strange because then this part of the room looks like totally normal for a hotel setup. You usually come in and the beds are, perpendicular to the door, not parallel to it. That's just a strange choice, and I don't know why they did it. But barring that, the bed is comfortable, if weirdly orientated. You do see you have these weird mirrors to the side that are not not symmetrical. I don't know why this one has to be turned in like that. And it's very clearly done on purpose. Like, you can see from this console, there's no drawer, so it looks like they really meant to do it this way, and I don't know why you would. But on the plus side, both sides of the bed do have some USB plugs built in. Enough outlets, easily accessible. This phone is annoying because it really takes up too much of the space on this side of the bed, and that's just it's not necessary to have the phone even here, much less, a phone in general, but I guess we're not ready for that as a society to get rid of hotel phones. But it doesn't need to be there. It could very easily be over here on this desk area. Anyway, there is some storage underneath here. Probably a good spot for your bag right on top of this. A desk area, and you do have this table that can roll out and be used anywhere around the room. Good for eating. And then you have a little more. You have your microwave and your coffee maker down there. You have a mini fridge on the other side, so no more storage there. And then you do have more USB plugs around the TV. Speaking of which, this is the TV does come out. I'll demonstrate that now. Yeah, there. So it does extend out. So you're able to watch it from this bed. The bad part about this room layout is, well, it can do that and it can turn the other way too. You can't really orientate it so that both people, if you were folding out this couch, that the people in these two beds could see the TV at a comfortable angle at the same time, which just makes this room layout even more confusing. So I put the TV back a little bit. I just don't get why they did that. And it seemed to be readily avoidable unless they were just so married to having this couch. I didn't fold out this couch to see how comfortable the bed inside it is. The seat is good enough. And it is, it's different, I'll say that, but I don't think it was worth like this weird room layout for it and all this empty space for activities in the middle. Don't know why they did that. By the way, if you are sleeping in this bed, you do not get USB plugs here. You just get regular plugs in this light. And you're too far away from any USB ports. Well, unless you want to put it over here, I guess, but that's still not at your bedside. You're still too far away from it to really make, it'll be a less comfortable kind of phone setup when you go to sleep compared to the big bed here. I should say the king bed was pretty comfortable, better pillows than I usually see in this hotel category, slept well, AC pumped nicely. And the TV does have some smart TV functions, like you can automatically log into your Netflix, your Prime Video, your YouTube accounts, even offers free Showtime, which is nice. Just from the TV and not have to bring your own streaming device, and it will log you out when you check out. It also did log me out when in between days, so I had to log in again to my second day here, probably just as a safety precaution to make sure people don't leave their Netflix accounts open in a hotel. But that is a really nice feature, and one that's becoming much more necessary, in my opinion, these days, when we're all used to streaming more at home, and once we get to a hotel where it's like, oh, cable? I gotta sit through commercials again? I don't like that. And one thing notably missing from this hotel, no full-size mirror. That is a little strange, and they certainly have the room for it somewhere in here, but just keep that in mind when you're choosing this. It makes it a little harder to get ready. Like, the best thing you can do is like stand over here and get sort of a divided view by this light as a full-size mirror replacement, and that's not really much of a replacement at all. That being said, my overall thoughts on the hotel, weird room layout aside, this was a great value for $91 a night. It's a 3.5-star hotel. It's really comfortable. It has more amenities than you would expect for an offsite hotel. It had a really big, nice pool area. It has a Starbucks downstairs. It has food options. There's a little courtyard area between this hotel and the Fairfield, because the Marriott Village has 3 hotels, the Courtyard, a Fairfield, and a Spring Hill Suites. And because of that, I think they tried to expand it out a little bit more and make it feel more like a resort area. And that means like there's a little courtyard area with the gift shop, another food location, and a playground. And that can make it a little more appealing for families that are looking to save a buck but want something more than just staying at a like kind of chain hotel on their Orlando vacation. Speaking of location, really close to Disney Springs. I think if you wanted to walk like 45 minutes, you might be able to walk it, but just drive the 5 minutes. And then about 15 minutes to Universal, about 11-12 minutes as far as I recall back to the Magic Kingdom, and more to get to some of the other Disney theme parks, but close enough. You don't get any shared transportation here besides a paid shuttle that's probably not going to get you there for rope drop, but if you're driving or taking an Uber, it's a good location. And you're kind of quiet. You're a little more away from the iDrive tourist corridor, so less traffic and less kitschiness in that regard. You're really close. You're pretty close to the Orlando outlet, the premium outlets on Vineland. So has some things going for it on location. And then if you can get it at this sort of price, I think it's worth it, despite the weird room layout. So just keep that in mind. I think this is still really good for couples, someone staying alone who wants a lot more space. I mean, that's a good amount of space. If you need someone to use that fold-out bed, it's going to be a little weird because the room layout just doesn't make any sense. Still, some pluses here, and especially at this price point, you'll overlook some flaws with the room design to get something that is, no, honestly, if you wanted to spend some time here, hang out in the pool during the night, this will be able to entertain you. And for $91 a night, that's not something you can say all the time in Orlando. So a mild recommendation with some caveats here, I guess, is the final conclusion for this review.